Did you ever tell Nas about this record when you saw it?
I tell Nas about everything. I say, yo, you the golden child, bro. You know me? Because I like to ask rappers, certain ones like, yo, and I could be fucking up, but I like to ask him like, yo, what's the recipe? You know what I mean? Like, that's how you get better.
Absolutely.
Brackets on brackets. We tryna get to these brackets. We flipping through all of these hits and these classics. Sometimes don't know which one to pick when that happens. We mixing and matching. We listening and trying to get brackets. Complex brackets.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Complex Brackets. I'm your host, Brian B.Dot Miller, and today we're joined by a legend who celebrated the 25th anniversary of his iconic solo debut, Ironman. Here to help us crown the best storytelling rap song of all time, please welcome, from the slums of Shaolin, Ghostface Killah!
Yo,
I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah. What's good, everybody? The whole world was good.
Word, what's good, Ghost? How you feeling?
Hey, so we chilling. I'm feeling good.
Absolutely.
Feeling good.
Now, Ghost, what was your first memory of a storytelling track?
You know, Slick Rick and a lot of greats that came before me. I always was a fan of Rick. Something about Rick, even when he did the first Lottie Dottie.
Right.
I mean, the first one. You know what I mean? People got the second draft when it came on wax.
Yeah.
But the first one, when him and Dougie Fresh was live doing it, like people don't even never heard it. It's on tape.
Right.
It's not even on CD. You know what I mean? But that right there made me like really a fan of storytelling.
Was it the actual song or was it the musical elements that attracted you to it?
It was both. You know, like even Fat Boys came with In Jail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I fell in love with that. But with my style of rap, that's my specialty.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
more as a storyteller, because I like to paint pictures.
Yes.
For some reason, I get that first line out a lot of times because certain records do that to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You fuck around and just, you know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, let me go ahead and stick to the script.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, Ghost, you ready to help us crown the best storytelling track of all time?
Let's get it popping, baby.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, first matchup we got, Wu-Tang Clan Impossible versus Ice Cube. It was a good day.
Oh, man, why you gonna do that? Why you gonna put me up there?
I mean, to be fair.
You know I'm impossible.
But
What
to
am I
be-
do?
But to be fair, you know, RZA and U-God were doing their own thing, but you kind of painted that picture with Jamie getting shot and dying, and I mean, that was like Netflix.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna go with Impossible.
Going with Impossible?
I love Cube.
Right.
That's my boy, but you know what I mean? The theatrics of Impossible, it was pain all over the place. It was like, yo, you know what I mean? The kid got shot, his mother came down like this, screaming, holding the breast with a gown on.
Yeah.
And it went with the music. Music break down, I'm breaking down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I would have to go with that. But it was a good day. That was beautiful.
Okay, Impossible slides to the right. Next matchup we got, Lost Boys Renee versus Outkast, the Art of Storytelling Part 1.
I'm gonna go Renee. You know, because I heard it more.
Okay.
Being in New York.
It was a single as well?
Yeah, and
right.
it was a single.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go over here with Renee.
All right, bet. Well, Renee slides to the next round. Next matchup we got, Notorious B.I.G. Niggas Bleed versus Nas, Undying Love. Undying Love was one of my favorites on I Am, though. He came back home from Vegas and the shorty was fucking the other guy and he called his mans and he killed him. But, you know, a Big had Arizona Ron and all these other people.
So, you know what? I'm gonna go Nas.
Going Nas, Undying Love.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nas.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Nas.
I wasn't expecting that, but I'm glad he did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Nas.
All right, Undying Love goes on to the next round. Okay, Ghost, what about Kendrick Lamar, Shireen, Master Splinter's daughter versus King Von, Crazy Story? Remember, this is how Kendrick Lamar opened up the album.
I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
You going to Kendrick?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you've had stories like that in your day when maybe you haven't been set up or anything like that though, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kendrick.
Okay, bet. We're gonna go Kendrick Lamar, Shireen's Master Splinter. Goes on to the next round. All right, spicing things up, Ghost. What you think about Eminem Stan versus Slick Rick's Children's Story? This is tough.
Now, these are my idols right here.
You grew up listening to Slick Rick.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. He got me with the jury and everything.
Right. I mean, Eminem killed,
You know what? It's because it's two different time zones.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta remember, Rick was 88, you know what I mean? Stan was like, you know,
Early
in the
2000s.
early 2000s.
Yeah.
He got more into detail on that Stan.
And we call people Stans if they're, you know, overzealous fans now, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go Stan, but let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Can I switch?
Nah, Ghost.
Nah?
Once it's in, it's in. It's locked in.
Cause I was gonna switch to Biggie up, you know, because I'm playing it in my head.
Right.
And stuff like that. But you know what? All right, cool. We gonna go Stan right
Going
here.
Eminem Stan?
Oh, Rick, I love you, Rick.
And this is the way we gotta end this story.
Yeah.
Stan goes on to the next round. How you feel about Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac versus Notorious B.I.G.? I got a story to tell.
Brenda's got a baby.
She doesn't have a brain.
Right.
And you know, Biggie, you know, he was.
I'm gonna go big. I'm gonna go big.
Okay.
But I remember Brenda got a baby, you know, I was getting money out of town around that time too. You know what I mean? But this one right here, I'm gonna go big.
Okay, got a story to tell. Goes on to the next round. Next up to bat, we got Nas Rewind versus Jay-Z, Meet the Parents.
Oh, what up,
Yeah.
Hov?
Meet the Parents was on the Blueprint too. It's kind of underrated.
Yeah, nah, it definitely was.
But Nas told that
You know
story
what?
backwards.
I gotta go with Nas.
Going
Jay
Nas.
know I gotta go with Nas on that record. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rewind, it's like that right there. And even when he did the gun.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
gave you power.
I gave you power.
Yeah.
What? That's what inspires me. You know what I mean? To get ahead and be. If I hear something like that,
Yeah.
it automatically makes me go right.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you know what? Let me go in there because it takes time to do that.
Yeah, it does.
And that's genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That gotta be one of the illest stories, if the.
Well, Rewind goes on to the next round. And for our last matchup in the first round, we got Ghostface Killah Maxine versus Mos Def and Miss Fat Booty. That Maxine and Pam.
Yeah. And Miss Fat Booty was that shit.
I think
too,
you in the
like-
remix, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
What spawned Maxine though? Like, what was going through your mind when you created that?
You know what it is with music? It takes you places.
Yeah.
I'm a deep thinker.
Yeah.
I think a lot. You know what I mean? I observe a lot. Might not talk too much, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But certain beats just take you there.
Yeah.
I was just telling somebody that yesterday. It's like, yo, Maxine just took me to that spot.
Right.
And I ain't hear Maxine in a minute. You know what I mean? But people was like, yo, you know, they was appreciating it or whatever. Me, it's just a piece of art. Like, you know what I mean? But
Well, Miss Fat Booty, why'd you get on the remix to that one?
because it was fat. It was fat. They presented me the opportunity. It was like, yo, it was fat. And the beat is iller than Maxine.
Right.
You ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maxine cool, but Miss Fat Booty was, oh shit.
No pressure, Ghost.
Yeah. You know, cause I don't like gambling on myself. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Like,
you
know what
win
I mean?
either way.
You know. But as far as story, telling the whole story,
Yeah.
like that, if it's like that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Maybe if I had a chick song going against Miss Fat Booty, might have been different. But as far as storytelling, put it in there how the crackhead did this and
Yup.
burnt the kids was crying and screaming, I'm gonna have to go Maxine.
Maxine,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Maxine goes on to
go
the next
Maxine.
round. And there we have our lead 8. All right, Ghost. Now, before we get on to our next round, as you can see, we try to mix it up and include a variety of rap's great storytellers. But as always, there's only 16 slots, so it's important to acknowledge some of the honorable mentions that didn't quite make the cut. Songs like Biggie Smalls, Somebody's Got to Die, Nas Blazer 50, Slick Rick, The Moment I Feared, Eric B. and Rakim Mahogany, Lupe Fiasco, Hip Hop Saved My Life, Warren G. Regulate, and J. Cole Wet Dreams. Ghost, are any of these songs memorable to you? What do you think didn't make the cut, should have been on the list?
Oh man, you got Killer Hills 10304 by the Genius. You know what I mean? That's what I said. Genius. You got Animal Planet by the Genius. You know what I mean? That's like all the animals. That's like
Right.
one of my favorite joints. But I mean,
Raekwon's Marvin, that was pretty good. We did.
Marvin.
Yeah.
And Raekwon did line for line. This is how we get down on the Cuban link. I ain't playing the story rap Magellan. I ain't. Man, I forgot you know what I mean?
Right.
I forget the names of it. But yeah, you know, it's a lot, man.
Cold World, of course.
Cold World.
Yeah. One of the songs that I think we definitely missed was All I Got Is You on Ironman, Ghostface Killah in your project. When you created that song, you painted a really vivid picture. Was it hard to be so personal on a record like that?
I was young then. It just came. I got say, look, people don't understand. It's like the beat, the music. For me, I can't speak for nobody else, but the music will send you somewhere.
Right.
And that's what it did. When RZA, I was looking for beats for the Iron Man album. RZA playing the beats, and I'm just like, yo, that one right there. Put that to the side for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when I took it back, because I don't like to write in studios.
Really?
I like to it's a technique that I use. I take it to the crib or wherever, quiet space.
Yeah.
I like to go in the zone. But I love the beat though.
Right.
I love the loop.
And we love that song, man.
Yeah,
It's
I
definitely
appreciate it.
It's a tearjerker, but we love it nonetheless, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Nah, it's cool.
All right, let's go into the quarterfinals. First matchup, Wu-Tang Impossible versus Lost Boys Renee. Now let me ask you, Ghost, Impossible, your verse, was it like based on a true story? Was it something you've seen growing up?
Something I seen. It was part of something I seen. You know what I mean? Screaming, holding the breast with a gown on and things like that. Yeah, somebody got murdered. I seen it. Yeah. Call the ambulance, Amy been shot. Yo, yeah, definitely. I'm a soul baby.
Yeah.
So I'll be having to on certain tracks, you hear me, I put my soul on it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I gotta cry on it. And I think with that verse right there, it was like, I was shocked myself.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Standing amongst great men, these brothers is lyricists behind me, like RZA, Genius, Raekwon, Meth. It's like when you see people understand, when you in the clan, you gotta battle sometime to get on records. Or else you will not make it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Forever and ever. Now, Jamie died in Impossible, then Sosa Renee died on the Lost Boys record too.
It's crazy. But I still gotta go with Impossible.
Still going with Impossible.
I gotta, because it was like, it was the feeling.
Right.
I'm like Scorsese, I painted in a minute. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I don't give whatever. Just give me the track.
Right.
And that shit, but I gotta go with Impossible.
Going Impossible. All right, Impossible goes on to the next round. Next matchup we got, Nas Undying Love versus Kendrick Lamar, Shireen, Master Splinter's daughter.
Against, I'm gonna say Kendrick.
We're gonna stick with Kendrick this time.
I'm gonna go Kendrick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kendrick.
All right.
I'm gonna go Kendrick.
The young boys strike again. Kendrick Lamar goes on to the next round. How you feel about Eminem Stan versus Biggie? I got a story to tell. This one's tough, Ghost.
Yo, man, I got my back against the wall on this, man.
They both really intricate stories, right? So
Yeah.
we got Biggie talking about how he gets in the girl's crib and he leaves, holds up the Prada knapsack. But Eminem, this guy's Stan was crazy.
Big is my dude.
Right.
Big is my dude. I mean, I love the mind that M got.
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, you gonna get me in trouble here, B.
They'll hate me first, Ghost.
Yeah, man. They both dope. You know what I mean?
If you close your eyes and you think about the song, which one is more of a vivid picture to you?
I think Stan might be more of a vivid picture.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it was a crazy ass fan. Like, you know what I mean?
Plus he had the visual to accompany the song.
Right, but that shit, like, it was just, and how he put his words together.
Yeah.
See, he like did with wordplay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the only reason why I would probably say Stan.
Okay.
That's what it is. I'm gonna go here.
Going Eminem Stan?
I'm gonna go with Stan over that one right there.
All right, sorry, Big. Stan goes on to the next round. And for our last matchup in the second round, we got Nas Rewind versus Ghostface Maxine.
It's over.
It's over, Ghost.
It's over. It's over. It's over. Rewind.
Rewind. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, rewind.
Humbling
It's
yourself for Nas.
Listen, it's not even about me.
Yeah.
It's about what's right.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Especially to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, I make music and, you know what I mean? But going against Maxine,
Yeah.
the rewind, the gun, it would have wiped Maxine off the map. So I'm gonna go with Nas.
All right, Nas Rewind goes on to the next round. And then we have our final four. Now, Ghost, in your career, how do storytelling songs come about? Is it usually the beat that inspires you, or is it a story that you're itching to tell?
It's the production. For me,
Right.
rappers got techniques on how you write. Me, I like it's the beat for me. You know what I mean? And then, once I get that first line out, the second line out, I know how now I gotta start getting vivid.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for me, I don't get all my rhymes out. It depends. If you in the flow, then you might get that dart out.
Okay.
But for me, I like to if I catch a powerful 8,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'm trying to get ahead and think of more bars to put with that right there, and it might not go because it might not be as strong as the 8, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Okay.
I walk away from it and then come back to it the next day or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Especially when I got a beautiful dart. You know what I mean?
Right, just let it marinate for a little bit.
Yeah, you come back to it.
Yeah.
And just because it'll always be a different feeling. You know what I mean? That's my technique.
Okay.
And another technique of mine is like when I'm really going in, I like to write under a red light bulb.
Really?
Red light with red ink in the composition notebook. And just like, yo, when I go in there, I don't give a fuck who you is. You gotta look out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's my shit right there. It's crazy.
That's the Ghostface Red Light Special.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into our final four. We got Wu-Tang Impossible versus Kendrick Lamar's Charlamagne, Master Splinter's daughter.
I'm gonna go with Impossible.
You sticking with Impossible?
I'm gonna go with Impossible. You know what I mean? The fans might not, you know what I mean? But you know what? I'm just looking at the song as a whole.
Yeah.
And it's one of those songs that just, it's out of this fucking universe, man.
Right.
It's like, it's deep.
I think you definitely can make that like to Netflix or to like something for TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can make a movie out of that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Kendrick is, like I said, he a genius.
Right.
That's like, yo, he one of them that still keep your pen going too.
Okay.
A lot of people don't inspire me.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what I mean? But him and J. Cole,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like as far as the new generation,
Right.
I give it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Impossible goes
Yeah.
on to the final round. And the next matchup we got, Eminem Stand versus Nas Rewind. We had to narrow it down, Ghost. I mean, it's hard because they're both creative records. I never heard anything like these before. But I think Nas was inspired by that movie Memento that started, you know, from the ending, the beginning.
Right.
But if
Yeah,
you,
I'm gonna have to go Nas.
Going Nas, Rewind.
I'm gonna have to go Nas.
Okay.
Cause it was genius.
Did you ever tell Nas about this record when you saw it?
I tell Nas about everything. I say, yo, you the golden child, bro. I call him the golden child all the time. Like, yo, you know me, because I like to ask rappers, certain ones like, yo, and I could be fucking up, but I like to ask him like, yo, what's the recipe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want to know, like, yo, how I just told you how
Yeah.
I, under the red light just draw. Like I would like to, cause I like to know their mindset. You know what I mean? I think I talked to Rakim one time and he said, yo, I think he starts from the middle of the rhyme.
Wow.
Rakim was like the God MC.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I want to know, like, cause I want to learn.
Yeah.
I want to learn. And if I can learn from any one of those rappers that you just had up there like that, like, and I could apply it to myself,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, that's how you get better.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So with the Rewind, and as far as like storytelling, you really gotta like think about this.
Yeah.
You really gotta think about, okay, the bullet went in and but it's whizzing like backwards.
Yeah. Screaming,
gonna-
shoot, don't please.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Like, that takes time.
Yeah.
And I don't think Nas got that rhyme out in just one day.
Yeah.
I don't think he got it. I mean, I could be wrong, because I don't know how his brain worked. But and if he did,
Yeah.
yo, hats off, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. Stand is still stand.
Stand is
But-
strong.
But yeah. But Rewind is like, it's like the fucking Twilight Zone, man. It's like, yo, this shit is happening in reverse.
Absolutely. All right, well, Nas Rewind. Fast forwards to the next round, and there we have our final two. Before we get to our final round, Ghost, like growing up, did you have any mentors when it came to like making storytelling records or just records in general?
Greats like Rick,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, Spoonie G, and
Yeah.
back then that people don't even know about, like the ones when I grew up. I was in the 70s and all that stuff like that, and
Okay.
early 80s, and you got Cool G Rap.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like, back then was like, yo, and it was so beautiful. You know what I mean? But Rick was one of those, he was a storyteller.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? The Great Adventures of Slick Rick is like one of the best albums of all time too.
When you're looking
But,
at the last decade or so, do you think storytelling has evolved, or what do you think the state of it is right now?
I mean, I don't think people is really telling them as much.
Why do you
Not
think
no
it's
more.
disappeared like that?
Rap changed. Rap changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you in the club now, you just hear a bunch of like, you know, booty shaking this,
Yeah.
and, you know, talking about a bunch of jewelry over here and how much money you got and this and that and the third. Nobody to really put, you know what I mean, character and substance into their raps no more.
Right.
They just rhyming to get it over with. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I got a song, which is cool.
Yeah, of
You know what I
course,
mean?
yeah.
But when you looking at Dot, when you a Dot master, you know what I mean? It come from like where darts was being thrown.
Right.
It's different. It just hit different. That's why J. Cole and Kendrick stand out by themselves.
Right.
And nowadays, you know, these kids, they doing whatever they doing. You know what I mean? But a lot of people sound the same.
Right.
Back then, you couldn't sound the same. Mobb Deep had their own style.
You wouldn't sound like no one sound like you or none of your shit.
Right. it's like, but now it's all right now.
Yeah.
So you got a million people that just got the same flow. Like, damn, I gotta dance amongst all these now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know I can still get busy.
Right.
I know I get busy. But it's like, this is when I'm around, I still gotta show these little, these kids that I can play ball too.
Oh, absolutely. All right, let's get into our final round. And we got Wu-Tang Impossible versus Nas Rewind. For all the marbles, Ghosts.
Yeah. I'm on the spot.
When you're at shows, do people want you to perform that?
I don't really perform Impossible though. But when I do, I gotta go in. You know what I mean? I gotta get ahead and really make sure I gotta paint that. My wind gotta be up.
Right.
You know what I mean? And stuff like that, because it's a long dart.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's only for Wu-Tang lovers like that really like,
Yeah.
love that record, whatever. You know what I mean? And some people might scream for it though. I had people scream for it. Impossible.
Right.
This and that and the third.
When
But,
I first heard that verse, I said to myself, Ghostface had to be great in English class, man.
Right. Oh no. Probably never went to English class. Yo, but you ever saw A Beautiful Mind?
Yes. Yes.
It was like that. It was like that. Like music would just
coming.
it'd just be sitting in my face, right here like that, and I'm just looking at it like, all right, this, that, whatever, you know what I mean? And I think for when somebody like myself and other, like even Nas or Illmatic, in his first couple of albums, I think it was sitting right here.
Right in your face.
You know what I mean? It's right there. You're just looking at it like, oh, it's just coming.
Yeah.
Like, yo, so on this one, I'm gonna have to go probably rewind.
Rewind.
I'm gonna go rewind.
Nas Rewind.
You know what I mean? And I can't, just because it's me, listen, it ain't, like I said, it ain't even about all that. This is about like, yo, like skill on this record right here.
Yeah.
Remember, you know what I mean? On this record right here, and just, it was just how the thought that he put into that. You see what I'm saying?
Like, I wish you had a video for that. Even though you have your brain, I just wish there was like an actual visual to it. You know?
Exactly. I think we should start doing that, man. Like a lot of your old favorite joints, you know what I mean? Even when I did the watch. You don't remember the Barry White joint, I'm running to the watch. He's like, yo, the watch is cursing me out. You know what I mean? But I spilled corn pops on him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you almost drowned in my pops. Like I spilled them in the bowl. So it's like, I think the fans are like that.
I would like that. Can we get a strawberry video?
I think like, strawberry.
I'm just saying,
see, that's too graphic though. That's too graphic. That's too graphic. That's
5.5 and boys.
Yeah.
But if we go with Rewind Nas this time.
Oh man, I gotta go Rewind.
All right, according to Ghostface Killah, Nas Rewind is the greatest rap storytelling song of all time.
But I'm gonna say one thing. I still want to stay on my thing. I messed up, y'all. I think Big would have caught the Undying Love.
There's no wrong answers though.
You know what I mean?
Ghost.
Because you know why? I want to make sure I get it straight, because when they see this, oh yo, how you gonna pick that one? That? You know what I mean? But as I'm going on and I'm listening to it in my thing, it's like they both ill.
Right.
But I don't know why y'all can't. But you know what? It is what it is, like you said, and that's that.
Now, Ghost, talk to me about Ironman 25th anniversary dropping October 29th. What can fans expect from the re-release?
Yo, is the 25th anniversary of Ironman. It's like, yo, I'm surprised it's 25 years since that time right there. Like,
it's one of my favorites, man, of all time.
And my brother just came home. Y'all know about him. His name is Un.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They just got exonerated. They had him in there for 24 years, 23 years. Locked up.
Wow.
He left me on Ironman while I was doing Ironman.
Wow.
Came up with me in the studio and this and that. He was on the run, and he back home now. So it's been all that time, you know what I mean?
Wow.
To now that it's 25 years. And remember, he left me in 96.
96, wow.
You see what I'm saying? But the fans could expect, it's like, yo, man, go get that again. We working around some, I might do a couple of joints and put it out there with the Ironman. You know what I mean? But yo, just go relive it.
Right, and it's also the 3 Chambers tour featuring yourself, Raekwon, and The Genius. I know you're excited to get back on stage, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because of all this COVID shit, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, bruh, everybody been locked in, you know what I mean? So I want to see how it feels to get back in front of the people, You know what I mean? And we got a bunch of new music coming out and all that. You know what I mean? So all that's gonna clash all in at once. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And lastly, season 2 of Wu-Tang Clan American Saga is out right now. I'm curious as to how involved have you been with the show?
I tell you the truth, not hands-on at all. RZA had an idea, and you know, I just let him just go ahead and just do what he did.
Well, we love you in person, Ghost.
Yo, I love y'all back.
World Court of the Pretty Tone, y'all.
Yeah, yo.
Yo, I want to thank my guest, Ghostface Killah, for joining us on this week's episode of Complex Brackets and helping us crown the best storytelling rap song of all time. Jump in the comments and let us know if we got it right, and make sure you check out the description below where you'll find a playable link to this exact bracket and a link to the playlist with all these tracks. So now you can listen to the music as you fill out the bracket. Just make sure you share your results using the hashtag ComplexBrackets on all social platforms. I'll catch y'all next week. I'm Brian B.Dot Miller. Brack up.